Hello, welcome back to Datafied YouTube channel. In the previous video under data visualization video series, we introduced the concept of visualizing data using Matplotlib, and we've gone through, we spoke briefly about different kinds of charts and how to plot or import the packages that were useful for our charts. We also mentioned the data set. We imported the data set we'll be using to create our charts, which is the tips data set from Kaggle, and we have kind of inspected the data set by running the .head method. I've seen the shape of the data set, and we went further to aggregate the numeric columns, total bill, tip, and size, and also created a list that contains the weekday, which is this list right here, and the series that contains the bill. So we have the bill series here, sorted values. And in this video, our focus is to create or plot bar charts. All right, so let's just go through over these codes I've written here to create my bar charts. Now, the most basic single line of code that plots bar charts is the plt.bar. I'll run that code just above. Plt, oh sorry about that, I've not hit enter into my cell so to get this. Let's see plt. Okay, what's happening here? I thought I clicked in here. plt.bar, plt.bar. So in plt.bar no code, let me press shift enter and see the doc string for plt.bar. We have here the doc string. Plt.bar takes x, height, width, so the width is by default 0.8, bottom none, asterisk, we have alignment center, that is by default, data none by default, then decay wax. All right, so let's look at what each of these parameters that you give into it represents. So here's the doctrine: make a bar chart. That is what plt.bar does. It makes a bar chart. Now the bars are positioned at x. The x you give to it here, the bars will be positioned at x with a given alignment. So here's the alignment center. Their dimensions are given by the height. So whatever height you give in here will be the dimension of the bars, and the width. So you also give it the default with 0.8. The vertical baseline is the bottom. So this bottom is the vertical baseline. So if you want to indicate a particular baseline, you give the value right here at the bottom, and it defaults at 0. So right now when you have none, the none here is going to be default at 0. That's the vertical baseline. Now many parameters can take either a single value applying to all bars or a sequence of values, one for each bar. So here are the parameters you give to it. So the x is usually a float or array-like, data. Can give a float or an array-like. Now the x coordinates of the bars, you see also align for the alignments of the bars to the coordinates. So that is the x coordinates. So the first parameter you give to it is the x coordinate. What do you want to have at the x coordinates? The height is also a float or an array-like object, which gives the height of the bars. So how high do you want the bars to go? Then the width is usually a float or array-like object. So the default is 0.8 and the width of the bars. So the bottom float or array-like objects, which is the y coordinates of the bottom sides of the bar. And you have the align, it goes on and on and on and on. And so this is just giving you a very detailed explanation about the parameters that I can give to the plt.bar command or function. Here we want our weekday to be the x-axis, so we'll call in the list week_today as seen in the code I've written, and we want the bill to be the y-axis. Okay, so when you call plt.bar into brackets week_day, bill, when we run this cell, automatically the bar will be the bar plot will be plotted. The bar chart will be plotted. Can you see the bar chart? So just two parameters plus the bar chart, and as you can see, the heights are all represented by the bill given. So each bill from the list of bills we have there is what represents the bar chart. Let's look at the bill for Friday, $325.88. Can you see it's around 325? The bill for Thursday is 1,096, about 1,096. The bill for Sunday is about 1,627. Can you see that? And the bill for Saturday is 1,700. So this bar chart can easily see quickly that Saturday has the highest bill, followed by Sunday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. Now, if you want to give it some more touch, or you want to give it a different color, just like I did below, then you have to put in the color parameter. When you say color equal to so I did not percentage colors. I want color equal to give it any color you wish to. So I gave it orange below. When you run this cell, and then that converts or changes the color of the bar charts. Now, if you do not want this bar container object of 4 artists to pop up, the output to pop up when you plot your bar, then you have to call the plt.show at the end of your chart. So once you call plt.show and you run this cell, you see the other output that shows is no longer there. It doesn't pop up. So the plt.show function or method of the matplotlib package is what just pops your chart up and hide whatever output that accompanies the chart. Okay, so that's very easy way to plot a bar chart. So whenever you are plotting a bar chart, first you need a list of the x-axis. So the weekday here is a list of the x-axis: Friday, Thursday, Sunday, and Saturday, while the bill is the height of each bar. So it means that the length of the weekday and the length of the bill has to be equal. We have length 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 items, and also the weekday there are 4 items. Okay, now I haven't explained this. I believe this has explained the idea of creating a bar chart using weekday and bill. All right. Before we go further, I'd like to show you one more thing here. Okay, I'd like to show you one more thing here before I run this cell and then explain other parts of plt.pyplot. I mean matplotlib.pyplot. All right, so let's just proceed, and then we'll look at the effect of adding each of these other lines of code to the code above and see how that will change the output. If you want to add the y-axis, I want to give a title to y-axis. Put that line of code between the first line, the plt.bar, and the .plt.show. That will add a y-axis title, total bill. Right, that is total bill, for y-axis title. And let's get also the x-axis title, and then I need to copy this to the same cell. I am doing this one after the other so they can see how the changes or how the different elements affect the output of the chart, the bar chart. When we do this, we have days of the week, Thursday to Sunday. All right, so that is how to add that. You might be wondering what's the use of this /n. So we'll take it out and let's see the output again. As you can see, it looks like nothing changed, right? But the /n adds new line before the title. So that is going to add a line, add more space between the x-axis and the title of the x-axis. That is each tick of the x-axis. Let's add the line again, /n. So just take note of the space between Thursday, Sunday, and the x-axis title. Now, can you see that? So that's what it does. It does add a new line before it prints out the text. So if you are typing or try to print out or show, this also works with the print statement, right? So try to print out a particular string or show things in multiple outputs, use your \n to add space between the text. Okay, now for the title, plt.title, you want to give a title to your chart. You can put that code anywhere, either above or below. You can just type in plt.title. Notice I also have \n. That will leave a space between the chart and the title. When I run this code again, we have total bills of customer for Thursday to Sunday, and there's a space between the title and the charts. So when I take this off, this space will be taken out. So these are the different components of these charts, and once you run this once, everything pops up and you have the same chart as seen above. So this is how to plot bar charts using Python, the basic Python. There are several other parameters or different modifications you can give to this, like having to plot the total bill against the tip. You want to see the relationship between the bill and the tip and compare each day. So how does it affect, or what's the relationship, how does it change? Okay, how you can have the tip being plotted beside the total bill, and you have bars showing for both the tips and bars showing for the total bill. So you can also create multiple bar charts in rows and columns. You can have a 2x2 bar chart, a 2x3, 3x2, and all. There are lots of other interesting the types of charts you can create, modification you can do for bar charts. We'll look at those as we dive deeper into the concept of data visualization with Python. Thank you for watching this. In the next video, okay, let's look at the analysis before we go. I have an analysis. I have short analysis here for this output. Say from the bar graph, you can see that the restaurant makes most of its money on the weekend, yes, Sunday and Saturday. This is expected as Saturday and Sunday are usually the busiest days of the week for restaurants, as people are off from work. Of course, that's the short summary I gave to this. So you should always have interpretation. In fact, that's what makes you data analyst. You should be able to interpret your visuals based on the situation or circumstance around the data sets you're working with. Okay, so having said that, I will stop here. In the next video, we'll talk about pie charts and how to plot it in Python using Python code. Thank you for watching this. Please remember to like this video if you find it resourceful. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also share with your friends and your colleagues in case you know of anyone trying to learn Python. Feel free to share our YouTube channel link to people to come to like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you guys, and see you again in the next video. Goodbye.